What is going on, friends? Welcome in to Mercado Airwaves and our special interview with UFC superstar Chad Mendes before his huge fight at UFC 232. Before we get to Chad about his huge fight at UFC 232, what he does outside of the octagon, and so much more, here's a quick message.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves.
You can see all of Nicole's work at typingwhentipsy.wordpress.com. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex.
Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, MikeMercado2333.
What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
It's another day at the operator to go out there and test my skill.
to award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones. Orlando, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
And all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support. Thank you for keeping it with us, guys. You can support us here on the network. Follow me on Twitter at mmercado2333. You can follow the network on Twitter at Mercado Airwaves. We have a pop culture podcast Twitter just for you at Good Brothers Pod. You can follow Nicole at Typing When Tipsy. And you can follow Alex at Mercado21Alex. We're all on Instagram, Alex at Mercado2121. Nicole's at Typing When Tipsy. I'm at Mike Mercado2333. And follow our true crime show, Murder, Mysteries, and More. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. We're on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mercado Airwaves Network. Subscribe to us, like, rate, review, and share us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podbean, anywhere you get your favorite podcasts at Mercado Airwaves. You can get our interviews ad-free and before anybody else with athletes and celebrities. Just go to Patreon, patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. And a huge thank you to Munch Art Design for powering us here at the network. Give them a like on Facebook at Munch Art Design. Now, here's our interview with UFC superstar Chad Mendes. Enjoy.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Chad, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for taking some time for us, man.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, and a happy holidays to you, man. We know it's crazy busy and, holiday season, this training, and, of course, all this craziness that is the event moving. But we hope you had a pretty decent holiday season, my man.
Yeah, well, thank you. Same to you guys. It's been crazy, but, nothing we can't handle,
It's so interesting because I think that's something that goes so under the radar. It's like the mental fortitude that the men and women who do mixed martial arts don't get the credit for. But, we have the holiday season come up. And for, the regular, us regular 9-to-5ers, we get so wrapped up in the emotion and all the craziness. Sometimes work gets really busy. Sometimes work drags. But for you guys, when you're doing a training camp during the holiday season, is it any different than, let's say, something in April or in March?
It can be. I mean, the thing that sucks, and I was just talking about this with my wife, is taking fights this time of year when it's cold, everybody's getting sick. So I'm trying to play ping pong to get away from everyone, like, don't touch me, get away from me. Coaches are getting sick, teammates are getting sick. So that's probably the only downfall of fighting this time of year. As far as the holiday season goes, I hate to say it, but for me, it's just the holiday season kind of goes away in my mind. It's just I kind of have a one-track mind. It's training and diet and recovery. That's all I focus on. So it kind of sucks. I don't get to experience the awesome family time and relaxing and traveling and all that stuff during this time. But it's all good. We fight. We go through all this. We fight, and then I'll have some time to do all that.
Right, and it's one of those things where the the reward at the end of the tunnel is worth it. You know, you got to go through these tribulations right now. And I think it's so interesting. I've never heard that before. If, you know, you're doing this wake up and you're trying to make sure that you're staying as healthy as possible. And that's also in the back of your mind that, man, I can't get this running nose right now, or I can't get this, you know, this head cold right now. How much of a mental, I don't want to, I'll edit it out, but a mind trip is it that even though that little micro body could completely mess up this 8-week camp that you've been doing?
Dude, it sucks. I hate it. It's something I think about a ton. You know, I actually fought when I fought Nick Lentz in Sacramento. I ended up having a upper respiratory tract infection, and it was one of the hardest fights I've ever had. Like, I felt like complete garbage out there. And ever since that fight, I'm deathly terrified of getting sick right before my fight or anytime during training camp. So I'm always trying to keep my vitamin levels up. I'm trying to stay away from people that are sick. Trying not to. The hardest part when you walk to like the hotel right now, and you know all the fans are there, want to take pictures. Everyone's always trying to shake your hand. Right. So I'm always doing the like fist bump because I don't want to like touch people. Yeah, man, it's something I think about a lot.
No, and that's really smart, man. And it's just, you know, it's an investment in your body to make sure that you're prime and ready to go. But, you know, is it something that you've also learned over time to make sure that you're communicating with your family and your team when something doesn't feel right or you have concern, you know, because you're getting older and, you know, everything, you know, when you're 20 years old, it doesn't matter the road, you know, you're never going to, nothing that bad is ever going to happen to you. But as you get older, is that something you had to get better at, is making sure you communicate with everybody around you?
Oh, for sure. You know, and what's crazy, like when you see these guys that are completely undefeated, like Mayweather, prime example, like for him to never ever get sick through any of those, you know, that's pretty damn impressive. You know, so you know, then sometimes it's completely out of your control, but just being as smart as you can about it. And you know, I'm washing my hands. My wife carries around hand sanitizer all the time, like. After I'm, you know, taking pictures, shaking hands with fans, she's just like squirting my hands down. And, you know, so coaches are always, you know, if someone feels like they're getting sick, they stay away for a few days. You know, same with teammates. I try to stay away from them if any of them are sick. And so, I mean, everybody knows, especially when it's during fight camp time. Outside of fight camp, it's not that big of a deal. But, yeah, man, you could bust your butt for 8-9 weeks and then, you know, end up getting sick sometime during fight week, and it sucks. Not fun at all.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves.
You can see all of Nicole's work at typingwhentipsy.wordpress.com. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex.
Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333.
What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
Another day at the operator to go out there and test my skill.
to award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones. Orlando, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
And all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support. I love that insight. That is fascinating because that never gets talked about. But you know what? I want to get to fun stuff in just a little bit. But, just a little bit about Alexander and what you guys coming forward to this. I think it's, here in Chicago, it's a fight city. We love supporting our guys. And one thing that I got on social media was, how excited people are for you to kind of this journey and kind of you're making this big comeback and in this division right now being so hot as it is. While you were gone and as you've making, this is now what your second time already back, like, how excited were you? And are you able to keep that excitement in check knowing that competition, man, it's fire. This arguably the best division in all of MMA right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, it's super exciting. Like taking taking some time off, getting to recoup any bumps and bruises that I had in my body, just letting everything heal up, and just getting that desire and that hunger back is for me what was huge. Stepping in there with Miles, a guy that had never been knocked out. We set a solid game plan. I worked my ass off in that camp, just like I always do, and I felt confident getting in there. I had no doubt in my mind, and we stuck to the game plan. We drilled that combo over and over and over and over again throughout that camp, and it worked out perfect. So the hard work pays off. You put it in, you're going to get it back, and that's I feel like that's it with anything in life. And, for this fight with Alex, the same thing. I'm treating this like it's a title fight. Mm-hmm. He's a tough guy. He's a guy that's trying to make his way up and make a name off of me, and I'm not going to let it happen. This is a guy that, I feel like I can go out there and beat with my abilities. I just got to stick to the game plan and make sure I do everything I do well.
With the comeback and all the hard work that's been put in there and that perspective that you have, how important how's the response been from the support from fans and teammates and family been? It kind of seems like it's really been a big motivation in your journey right now and kind of this new renaissance that is Chad Mendes.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's been awesome. Like, I just fought that last fight in Boise, Idaho. I'm a huge outdoorsman. I love hunting. I love fishing. I love being self-sustainable with all the wild game meat that I eat throughout my camps and just all the time.
Super dope.
And so being in Boise, I think was, it's a big outdoor community. And when I walked out of that tunnel and heard everybody go absolutely crazy, it was awesome. I couldn't help but smile. I'm trying to be tough, trying to keep in the zone, and I walked out just nuts. So I cracked a smile. I loved it, man. I was having fun. It feels good. You put all this work in, and when you hear everybody cheering you on and everybody excited to see you work, it feels good.
All right, Chad, I know you have a busy day, so we just got a couple quick ones, and we're going to get you out of here. One, before we get into the hunting and fishing stuff, I need your opinion on this because you're our guy. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Dude, I've been seeing everybody posting about that on Christmas Day, and I guess I've never really thought about it, but sure.
That's it. Stamp of approval. Chad Mendes said it. That's it. It's official. All right. Next one is the hunting and fishing love. That's right to my heart. My dad, I've been fishing with my dad since 5 years old over here in Chicago and the northwest suburbs of Illinois, and obviously in the Midwest. And my girlfriend's dad, avid hunter, deer, boar. Can you get a little bit about that? Because I know you started you were doing this kind of foundation. I think that's really important before we get out to all the glamour of the octagon and whatnot. But I think this is really important too. Can you, in a minute or so, tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so me and a really good buddy of mine started a company called Fins and Feathers, and we call it a celebrity outdoor service. So we take different people all over the world, a lot of stuff here in the United States. We go to New Zealand, into Mexico. We do different hunting, fishing trips. We take a lot of beginners, people that have never done it before. They see me doing this, Rogan doing this, all these guys that are becoming self-sustainable on, free-range, wild, organic meat, instead of buying, the store-bought beef and chicken and all that stuff that's, pumped full of all kinds of hormones and mistreated and all this, craziness. But, so people are like, man, I want to jump on this train. Like, how do I learn how to hunt? How do I do this stuff? So we take a lot of, people that have never done it before. We teach them how to do it. And then, we take people that are pros even, people that have been hunting their entire life that just want to, maybe hang out with me or hang out with some of our other celebrity athletes that go on the trips with them and just make it a kind of a new, unique, cool experience. We've been doing that we launched it in 2015. It's been very successful the last few years and having a lot of fun doing it. So outside of fighting, I do a lot of stuff in the outdoor world, and that's my company.
That's super cool, man, and we can't wait to promote that out all over social media. Chad, I can't wait, man. Good luck. I can't wait to see you steal the show at UFC 232. Is there anywhere your fans can support you? Any last words for your fans here in Chicago? They love UFC, MMA, and obviously you got a huge following everywhere you go. But any last words on what they can expect at UFC 232?
Yeah, first of all, if people want to follow along, I do have a YouTube channel, just Chad Mendes, and it's MENDES. I do a lot of my hunting trips. I'll film like I vlog style while I'm out hunting. I'll show you guys how to cook. I do a lot of like wild game recipes, and there's also a lot of training, some tips, and just cool highlight videos of me training and different type of training that I do. So we got kind of a mix of all kinds of stuff that people can check out. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. Follow me on Instagram. I do have Twitter and Facebook as well. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Hopefully all the hard work pays off on Saturday. We get out there and get that W for you guys and keep moving forward.
You're the man, Chad. Good luck. Happy holidays, man. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such a hard time. I know you take it away from the family and all the time you sacrifice for us fans, but thank you so much, man. You have a home here in Chicago. Can't wait to talk to you after this huge win.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. You guys have a good New Year.
A huge thank you to the fine people of New York and the UFC for setting this up. And, of course, a huge thank you and good luck to Chad Mendes at UFC 232 this Saturday on pay-per-view. A Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a healthy, Happy New Year to each and every one of you who support us here at the Mercado Airwaves Network. Thank you for supporting us on all our interviews with athletes, celebrities, and every single one of our podcasts and shows we have up here in the network. We will see you next time here on the Mercado Airwaves Network. Happy New Year. I'm Mike Mercado. What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
Another day at the operator to go out there and test my skill.
to award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones. Orlando, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
And all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves.
You can see all of Nicole's work at typingwhentipsy.wordpress.com. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex.
Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333.